Hello everyone. Merhabalar herkese. Thank you for coming today to our game session. This is the first game session that we are doing in Berlin, so we are extremely excited. And yeah, welcome. My name is İpek Çınar. We are both İpeks.
I'm İpek Aşıkoğlu.
So I'm a photographer and researcher. I have a love and hate relationship with photography, and this is actually the result of that feelings, my intense feelings for photography. And do you wanna?
Yeah, I'm İpek Aşıkoğlu. As I said, I'm really happy to see all of you here. I'm a lawyer. I'm doing my PhD right now in law. Yeah, this is just our, let's say, baby from our discussion session. Yeah.
Yeah, actually, İpek and I are friends for a really long time, and we are friends from high school, actually. And since that time, we always share all of our ideas with each other, discuss a lot about different topics, and in 2020, in 2021, we started to talk more about the ethics of photography and intentions of photographers, artists, and etc. And since İpek is also a lawyer, we also started to approach this topic from legal basis. So, sometimes the topics can be like real lawsuits in photography, but sometimes it can be ethical questions, dilemmas that people have. So we started to discuss about these issues, and we started to work together on this topic, the intentions of photographers, the laws in photography field or image production fields. And our first work together was public lecture on the very same topic, intentions of photographers. And do you want to say something about that, or?
Yeah, maybe when we say that it's the ethical problems on the photography is sometimes really fall the scope of law suites. Yeah, it can be true, but when İpek started to ask me some questions about some problematic things regarding the photography, sometimes I couldn't really put those things on lawsuits. Yeah, we had some this kind of lawsuits, but what is the really intention of photographer, or it is not a job for law to judge the intention of photography. The also society we have started judging to intentions of photographers. Yeah, one day İpek came to me and said that I want to do something about the intention. This was our first starting point, I think, and then we think about intention, and then İpek not only talked to me and talked with the others, and she collects lots of stories about the intention in very different field. Maybe you can also give some information about the intention lecture series.
Yeah, of course. Sorry, we are a bit going with the flow at the moment. But yeah, for a while I was quite stuck with the notion of intention and how it is affected by different layers of our personality, such as our identity, our knowledge on a certain topic, how it is interpreted by different disciplines, and I and my collective, Orta Formats, we did a lecture series on the notion of intention that we invited different people from different professions, such as philosophy historians, religious people, like religious authorities, psychoanalysts, political scientists, and etc. And everyone was approaching the notion of intention from their own perspective. And at the end of this lecture series, İpek and I did our first collaboration on the intersection of photography, law, and ethics, and did a lecture, as I said before. And after that, we didn't... it was a good lecture, but our discussions on the topic was still continuing. So we were thinking about maybe we should write an article or do a workshop and etc. on this topic. But we also wanted to create this as a participatory or interactive thing for people. So at the end, we decided to make a board game on the ethics of photography, which we will play together tonight. Please interrupt me whenever you want.
Yeah, maybe I can give more information about Good Deed, Bad Deed. The game is mainly based on our attempt to solve the ethical dilemmas just around the photographers, and you can show.
Okay, I will.
You can also open your game box.
So in this game, you will see some cards.
There are two decks, the yellow decks and the red decks. You just want to follow all the rules. You need to start with the yellow deck, but you can also want to challenge yourself. You can start with the red decks. The difference between the yellow deck and the red deck is that the yellow deck has more somehow easy questions.
Or the effects of these questions are less, like they are more like the individual or personal questions. For example, your relationship with another person, or how you as a person, as an individual, approach to a subject.
But in the red deck, there will be a more tough questions, like also their impact in the community is quite high. So you can decide just which deck you want to start, but you are really board gamer and you really want to follow the all rules. We recommend you to start with yellow deck.
Especially, right now, as far as I can see, or if I know you, I know some of you, not everyone, but it looks like you are staying with your friends, and actually we encourage people to shuffle a bit. And yellow deck is more like a kind of ice-breaking deck, so that you can see each other's approach in different teams, actually. And in red deck, it is the real shit begins, actually. The real game begins.
In this game, we have 3 meters.
Maybe we can start with a question.
Yeah.
To explain the game. For example, right now I am looking for a red question, which says that this is the opportunity you have been waiting for ages. Your work is accepted into an international biennial. However, because of a racist artist invited to this year's event, many successful artists are boycotting the biennial and withdrawing their work. Would you also withdraw your work? So, let's say I pull this card from the deck.
Yeah, you're so lucky because this is the opportunity you have been waiting for, right? So in this corner, it says 50,000 money game money you directly receive.
Because you already won something.
Yeah. But then shit happens, and you need to decide what you want to do. Like the game, yeah, I know most of you want to say, yeah, not yes, not no. If this happen, I can say yes. If this not happen, I say no. This is not this game. You need to really say yes or no, and you have 1 minute to decide your decision and also your statement.
So, like, you have 1 minute to think about the scenario and what would you do in that scenario. Then you will have another minute to explain your decision to other players in your table.
And yeah, I don't want to spoil it.
Okay, let's say I said, yes, I would withdraw my work because blah, blah, blah. Or no, I wouldn't withdraw my work because blah, blah, blah. And I have 1 minute to explain my decision. This is how you do without spoiling it.
Yeah. Thank you.
Then in each then actually the other players in your table have 3 minutes to discuss about your decision. They can, during that discussion period, this 3 minutes, you can listen to their conversation, but you cannot talk. You just need to listen what they do.
So
what
please
they think.
use your 1 minute for thinking, or also 1 minute for statement very carefully, because you don't have any chance to, I didn't mean to it, or I didn't say it, or you can't do this kind of stuff. And in the cards, there are, as I said, that in this game, based on 3 meters, one is intention meter, money is, one of them is a money meter, and the other one is the interaction meter. And it says...
which are symbolized with these little monies.
Yeah.
Little things. Coins.
With stars. And these are money. The black and red is a debenture money. It means you are going to bankrupt. You can borrow some money from the bank, but you have the blue one and the purple one if you gain some money from the card or based on your decision.
So we put these two parameters. I mean, the main aim of the game is to discuss about your intentions, but we also wanted to put these two parameters because
we just want to make you super stressed.
But also, okay.
Yeah. Because life is also very stressful.
Yeah. Sometimes we cannot do the purely ethical thing because we all need to pay rent, and especially in Berlin, it's a fucking issue. Or we want to be loud, so we wanted to put these two parameters to make it more like the real life challenge. We wanted to put these challenges.
And yeah, just the money and the interaction point is not your control. You cannot, you don't have any control with your statement. When you say yes or no, it is automatically calculated by the counter of table. At the beginning, you just decided who is very good at mathematics or something like that, which should be easy. And then in some cards, you can see image of dice or roll the dice sentences. It means that you need to roll the dice. We have one die in the box. So we put this funny thing because sometimes you can really don't foresee the reaction of public. Sometimes you tweet something or you make some work and the public just don't like it, or public just really cheer up for this thing. So when we couldn't really decide on your statement based on yes or no, we put a dice stress on the game. There was no many cards with this icon, But yeah, when you see the die or roll the die sentences in the card, just roll the die, and it scale the public's interaction on your project, on your work.
Yeah, and I will say something that we need to say at the very beginning. This is, you all have this. This is called intention meter, niyet metre in Turkish. It is a meter. You can see two sides. One is bad deeds and the other is good deeds. And if the people think that your decision is good, your intention is good, they will give you a positive point and you can go in the good side. Or if they think that you have a bad intention, they can give you minus points and you can go in the bad side, bad deed side. And it is from 0 to 15, and when someone reaches at 15, it can be plus 15 or minus 15. The game finish actually. And in each card, at the very bottom of the card, you will see a symbol says 3 or 6. In yellow cards, it is 3, and in red cards, it is 6, which means that... Is it too complicated right now? Okay, we will be here to make it easier for you. But if it says 3, it means that you can give an intention score from -3 to +3. If it is 6, you can give from -6 to +6. It can be like, if you think that this is a purely perfect decision, you can give +6. Or -6, or you can give 0, 1, like it depends on how you judge the things actually.
Yeah, actually for us it's just judging each other is more important thing. So you can always free to making up your rule, but if you really want to stick on the rule, here is a rule book for this kind of people. Yeah. And also there are some cards which says you saw an accident, or you see you are the ministry give you one project or something like that. It was not really clear what is the accident, or what is this kind of photograph, or what is the job. This is not because we were too lazy to put lots of story on this card. It was just because we asking for your imagination about the scenario in the card. So during your statement, you can also clarify what is this accident, or what kind of project which you accepted, which you supported by ministry or something like that. So just use your imagination and try to figure out your intention in a good way or bad way. You can also play this game as a role-play game. So if you don't want your real personality during this game, you can prefer to be evil, you can prefer to be an angel, you are just free.
And yeah, as Ipek said, we left some questions to your imagination, and this is not only about the imagination issue, but also sometimes we play this game with people from different countries, backgrounds, and etc. And for example, as Ipek, based on Ipek's example scenario, like let's say I win a fund from Ministry of Culture from my country. And for example, for me, it means that I will have censorship probably, but for another person, it doesn't mean the same thing. So you can also, please feel free to explain your exact situation in that scenario. And also in some questions, for example, there's a question says that you are a cis male photographer and you need to produce a work in 8th of March. What would you do? Please explain your project in detail to other people so they can understand it. And yeah, this is basically all. And also, generally, we suggest people to start with yellow cards as an icebreaker. Normally, what we do is encourage people to play yellow cards until either someone reach at 6 points in intention meter, or you play 2 rounds in the game. But please feel free to change the rules. But when you start to red decks in each round, like in each turn, everyone needs to pay thousands money for their rents. And if you don't pay your rent for 2 rounds, it means that you will bankrupt and you will be kicked out from the game. So please be careful about your money as well. So yeah.
It's just a life.
And a final thing, if you don't have any questions, we encourage everyone to be at least 3 people in a table, so it can be like
feasible.
The other people can have a conversation between them. So yeah.
Yeah. Do you have any question? Yeah, I think lots of.
Ipek and I will not play, but we will just be around for your questions.
Once again, thank you for coming.
0.